very good morning. Today we are going to continue with exercise 19b. In the previous video we did till question number 6, right? Now we are going to continue with question number 7. This exercise is about the different forms of linear equation, right? General form, then intercept form, and last is the perpendicular or the normal form. So these are the 3 different forms of linear equation that we are learning here in this exercise. Is it all right? So let us start with question number 7. Look at the board. Question number 7. Question number 7 is, show that the 3 points so and so and so lie on the straight line. Clear? So there are 3 points. First part of this question is, we have to prove that the 3 points are on the same line. Clear? So let us see this question. The first part of the question we will see, right? The 3 points are, the first point is A, whose coordinate is 5, 1. Another point is B, whose coordinate is 1 and negative 1. And the third point is C, 11 and 4. 11 and 4. In the question we don't have the name of the points, but then we always try to name the points for our own benefit, for our own convenience. Is this okay? So these are the 3 points which are to be shown that these 3 points are lying on the same line. That means the 3 points are collinear. So it's very simple. If we have to prove that the 3 points are collinear, the similar question you have seen before also, what we can do is, we'll find the slope of AB and then we'll find the slope of BC. Clear? If the 3 points are collinear, then the slope of AB will have to be same as the slope of BC. This is the condition for the points to be parallel, lines to be parallel or to be collinear. Clear? So let us find the slope of AB. Slope of AB. Slope of AB is, we can assume one of these two as x1, y1. So this we are assuming as x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. So in that case, y2 minus y1, that is minus 1 minus 1. Clear? And then x2 minus x1, so 1 minus 5. 1 minus 5 is equal to, this is negative 2 and this is negative 4. This negative sign cancel, and 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So in the simplified form, the slope of AB is 1 over 2. Clear? Likewise, now we will find the slope of BC. Slope of BC. This time we can take this as x1, y1 and this as x2, y2, right? And then we can calculate the slope. So y2 minus y1 means 4 minus minus 1. 4 minus minus 1 divided by x2 minus x1, that is 11 minus 1. 11 minus 1. Now this minus minus will become plus. So 4 plus 1 is 5 and 11 minus 1 is 10, and therefore when you simplify it comes to 1 over 2. Now you can see the slope of AB is half and the slope of BC also is half. So this indicates that the 3 points are collinear. So we can say, since we can name this slope as M1 and then this as M2, right? And we can say, since M1 is equal to M2, therefore points are collinear. Is it all right? So this is the first part of your question number 7. Now we are moving on to the part 1 of question number 7, right? In the part 1 of question number 7, it says, find the intercept on the axis. Find the intercept on the axis. It means we need to write down the equation. We can find the intercept on the 2 axes, on x-axis and y-axis, only if we have the equation in the intercept form. So first of all, we need to write down the equation. So we are going to take, out of 3 points, we are going to take any 2 points and we will try to write down the equation, and that equation we will try to have it in the form of intercept form so that we are able to give the answer of your question. Clear? So I am taking the 2 points. So let us say I am taking point A, the first point, whose coordinate is 5, 1. And I will take the another coordinate C, right, whose coordinate is 11 and 4. Is this okay? So with this, we will try to write down the equation. You know the 2-point formula, right, for writing the equation. It is y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1. This formula you have learnt in exercise 19a, x2 minus x1. And then this is x minus x1. Clear? Let us put the value. This we will assume as x1, y1, and this point we can assume as x2, y2, right? If you write the name for your convenience so that we don't make mistake, this is x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. Clear? Then there will be no chance of making mistake. Now y minus y1, y1 comes to t is equal to y2 minus y1, that is 4 minus 1, g minus t, divided by x2 minus x1, that is 11 minus 5. 11 minus 5. And then x minus x1. X minus x1. And x1 is 5. Let us simplify now. Next step. Y minus 1 is equal to 4 minus 1, 3. Divided by 11 minus 5, 6. Into x minus 5. Now, this right hand side we can still simplify. This is 3 1 is 3, 3 2 is 6. We can now do cross multiplication. Now, when you cross multiply, this y minus 1 will be multiplied by 2. So, 2 into y, 2y minus 2 into 1, 2 is equal to, this is x minus 5 as it is, x minus 5 as it is. Now, from here we will do the rearrangement and we will get finally x minus 2y is equal to, this minus 5 we are moving on to the other side. This is minus 2 plus 5 is equal to, your final equation is x minus 2y is equal to 3. So you got your equation. You got, this is a linear equation. Is it okay? But since you have to write down the intercepts on the two axes, therefore this equation has to be in the intercept form. Clear? So for intercept form, what do? Is we try to make this right hand side as equal to 1. Clear? So let us do that. X minus 2y is equal to, this 3 has to be made 1, so we can divide this by itself. Every time you divide the number by itself, it will turn into 1. Now since you are dividing this right hand side by 3, that means left hand side also all the terms will have to be divided by same number, that is 3. So this is 3, this also is divided by 3. Now one more step, final step. This is x over 3, because in the numerator we need to have only x and y. And this is minus y over, this number will go 3 over 2. And this is equal to 1. Is this okay? Now, this is your final equation. From here, we are going to now extract the two intercept. Now, before I do that, I will remind you, when you are writing the linear equation in the intercept form, it has to be x over a plus. It has to be plus. Clear? And then y over b. Is it okay? Now, in this equation, you can see here in place of plus, this is minus. What does it mean? It means your denominator is negative. Is this okay? Therefore, the value of b will become negative. So, your intercept is, therefore, required intercepts what? A will become equal to 3 and b is equal to negative 3 over 2. This is your final answer of Roman number 1. This is your Roman number 1 part. Am I very clear? Thank you. Now, Roman number 2 of question number 7, right? In this part, we are asked to calculate the length of the line between the intercepts. What does it mean? let us draw the coordinate first of all. This is your coordinate. Clear? And the line that is drawn, the line whose equation is calculated is this equation, is this line. Clear? Whose x-intercept we have calculated, and it was found to be 3. That means the distance of this x-intercept, the distance of this point from the origin was calculated a. And the distance of this point, this is y-intercept, right? It can be above origin, it can be below origin. So if your y is positive, then you have to take the point in the above the origin. But our y is calculated negative, that is why I have taken the y-intercept in the below the y-axis, and therefore this line is drawn in the 4th quadrant. Am I very clear? So this was calculated to be minus 3 over 2. Is it okay? Now since this is 3 unit, that means the coordinate of this point will be 3 and 0. Clear? This is the first value is the value of your x, and the second value is y, which is 0 because it is on the x coordinate. You already know now. Now likewise, the coordinate of this point, y-intercept is 0 and negative 3 over 2. Clear? Now the question is to find out the length of the line between the intercept. That means this portion of the line. You have to find the length of this portion. So using the distance formula, we can easily calculate. Okay. So let us calculate the distance. So maybe we can mark this point as this is A and this is B point. So distance between A and B using the distance formula. So x2 minus, now we can assume this as x1 y1 and this as x2 y2. So x1 minus x2, that is 3 minus 0, 3 minus 0 square plus y2 minus y1. This is x1 minus x2 we have taken, right? x1 minus x2 we have taken. So this also will take as y1 minus y2. y1 is 0. 0 minus 3 over 2. Have I understood? Now we will calculate this. So this is coming as equal to 9. This will become 9 over 4. Am I very clear? So this, when you simplify, this is 9 for the 36. 36 plus 9 divided by 4. This is equal to 45 divided by 4. Clear? Now this need to be simplified. We have to write this answer. This is the answer, but it has to be now reduced in the lowest form. So let us factorize the numerator. Denominator is already a perfect square number. No need to do anything. We will directly take out this number, and then this has to be factorized. So this we will write as 9 into 5. 9 is a square number, and this is now just 2. Now from here also this will come out as a square root. So this is 3 over 2 root of 5, and this becomes the length of your line between the two intercepts. Is this very, very clear? Thank you. Now the last part, Roman number 3 of this question number 7. We are asked to now find the slope. Finally, we have to find the slope of this line. Clear? You know very well how to find the slope. Since here we have the coordinate of these 2 points of this line. So we can use these 2 coordinates and we can find out the slope. Clear? So we are going to calculate the slope of line AB using the coordinate of the 2 points A and B. So slope of line AB is equal to, formula is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So y2 minus y1, this we are taking as y2, right? So negative 3 over 2, negative 3 over 2 minus 0. 0 is y1 is 0. And now divided by x2 minus x1. So 0 minus 3. 0 minus 3. Check it. y2 minus y1. So y2 minus 0. This minus 3 over 2 minus 0. And then x2 minus x1. That means 0 minus 3. Now simplify. This will come as negative 3 over 2, and then this is negative 3. This negative will cancel. Clear? So this becomes positive. Now finally, this is 3 over 2 into this 3 will go upside down. This is actually 3 over 1. So this 1 will go up and 3 will come down. This and this is cancelled. Your answer is half. So the slope of your line AB is half. So this is the end of your question number 7. Hope it is clear. Thank you. Now the next question we have is question number 8. Look at the board. Question number 8. Find the equation of the straight line which passes through the given point 3 minus 2 and cuts off the positive intercepts on the x and y axis which are in the ratio 4:3. 4:3. Is the question clear? Let us see now. Try to understand the question. The question says the intercepts are in the ratio 4:3. We have to write down the equation, and the information we have is that the line passes through a given point. I repeat, question is to write down the equation of a line. Clear? And for this we are given the information that the line passes through a given point whose coordinate is so and so. Clear? And the intercepts, x and y intercepts, are in the ratio 4:3. So if this is so, write down the equation. So we are going to begin. According to question, the two intercepts are in the ratio 4:3. So A is to B is given as equal to 4:3. So the intercepts are given in this ratio. Is it okay? Now we are going to find out the equation. Clear? So let us, first of all, we need to have the value. This is the ratio. But then what is the actual value of A and B? We need to have some value of A and B. So we are going to assume, because we don't have the value of A and B. So with the help of this ratio, we are going to assume the length of A and B. So we can say let A and B, let A is equal to 4x and B is equal to 3x. So after this assumption, we are in a position to write down the equation, right? So we will write down the equation. Your equation will be in the form of x over A plus y over B is equal to 1. Am I very clear? Now here we will put the value of A and here we will put the value of B. Clear? Let us write this as equation number 1. Same time, we also know that this line passes through a point, and that point is 3 minus 2. It means since this line passes through the point, that means that point must satisfy this equation. Clear? So we can write, since line passes through 3 and negative 2. Therefore, this point must satisfy this equation. So that means we can use this pair of number for x and y. And same time, we are also going to put the value of A and B. So let us do that. So for this x, we will write 3, and for A, we will write as 4x. Now, this is plus y is negative 2, and B is 3x. This is equal to 1. Now we can simplify. So when you simplify, see what happens. The LCM of these two will be 12x. Is it okay? Now 12x divided by 4x will be 3. So 3 3s are 9. This will be minus, because plus minus finally minus. Now 12x divided by 3x is 4. 4 into 2, 8 is equal to 1. So this is becoming 1, and then cross multiply. So this will become 12x is equal to 1, and therefore your x is equal to 1 over 12. Is this very clear? You calculated, because you calculated the value of x. You of course wrote the equation, but this equation is in the form of variable, right? your answer is not complete. Your equation is not complete. Clear? So now we are going to put the value of x and calculate the value of a and then value of b. So now a is equal to 4x. So 4 into x, that is 1 over 12, will be equal to 3. And likewise b is equal to 3x, and therefore 3 into x, x is 1 over 12, is equal to 1 over 4. This is 1 over 3. So you calculated the value of a and b. Clear? Now we can put it in this equation and we can get the final answer. So we are now going to write the final required equation. So required equation is x over a, and a is 1 over 3 plus y over 1 over 4 is equal to 1. Clear? Simplify, this will become 3x and this will become 4y is equal to 1. This is your final equation. Am I very clear? This is your final equation. Is it okay? So I will quickly recap of this question. First of all, the intercepts, the x-intercept and the y-intercepts are given in the ratio 4:3. This is given in the question. Clear? So with this ratio, we try to assume a value of a and the value of b. So a we assumed as 4x and b we assumed as 3x. Clear? Now these are the intercept. Therefore, we have to have the equation in the intercept form. So this is the intercept form of your linear equation of your straight line. Clear? Now this line passes through this given point. Therefore, this point must satisfy this equation. That means for x and value, we can use this pair of number. Clear? And same time, we are also replacing this a and b with these two values. So when we did that and calculated, we got a value for x. Now, after this, we can exactly calculate the value of a by putting this value of x in this part. We can get the value of a, and that we calculated is equal to 1 over 3. Likewise, we can put it in this part and we can also calculate the value of b. We got this b. So as soon as this a and b are calculated, we can put in equation number 1 and we can get the final equation. Hope I could make you clear. Thank you. After this, we will have one more question. Now, the next question, we will move on to question number 9. Look at question number 9. Find the equation of the straight line at a distance of 3 units from the origin, such that the perpendicular from the origin to the line makes an angle alpha, given by the equation tan alpha is equal to 5 over 12, with the positive direction of the x-axis. So, first of all, we will try to understand this question is what equation we have to calculate. This is the coordinate, right? This is x coordinate and this is y coordinate, right? We need to find the equation of a line, right, which is at a perpendicular distance of 3 units, So this line is at a perpendicular distance of 3 units, right? And this line, it makes an angle alpha with the x-axis. Is it okay? And the relation we are given is tan alpha is equal to 5 over 12. Is it okay? So now see the question. Your question is to find the equation of this line, which is at a perpendicular distance of 3 units from the origin. This is origin, clear, whose coordinate is 0, 0. And this line, the perpendicular makes an angle of alpha with the x-axis, and then the relation given is tan alpha is equal to 5 over 12. So with the help of this information, you have to write down the equation of this line. Is it very clear? So now in this question, you know that there are 3 different forms of linear equation. There are 3 different forms of a straight line. Is it okay? One is the intercept form, another is the general form, and the third one is the perpendicular form. In this situation, because we are given a perpendicular, we are given this line in terms of perpendicular, that means we have to use the perpendicular form. Is this very clear? So, the perpendicular form of a straight line, the perpendicular form of straight line is what? X cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to P, where P is the perpendicular distance. Is this okay? So using this equation, you have to write the equation of your line. Clear? Now in this formula, we are given cos alpha and sin alpha. And you know what is the ratio of cos and the ratio of sin? This cos alpha ratio will be base over hypotenuse. Similarly, sin alpha is equal to perpendicular over hypotenuse. Now we will be able to write down this two ratio only when all these informations are given to you. Is it okay? So we need to first of all do some calculation and then prepare the things for cos alpha and sin alpha. Your information is tan alpha. Tan alpha is the ratio of perpendicular over base. That means 5 is the value of P and 12 is the value of B. Clear? What is missing is, for this two trigonometrical ratio, the missing quantity is H. So if we can have the H, then we will be able to write down this two trigonometrical ratio. So using the Pythagoras theorem, we can calculate the value of H. So using Pythagoras theorem, right? You know that it is H square is equal to P square plus B square. Am I clear or not? So let us calculate. This square we will send to that side. So H is equal to root over P square plus B square. P means 5 square. 5 square. B square means 12 square. So this is 25 and this is 144. Clear? This total is 169 and therefore the square, this is 169 and therefore the square root of 169 is 13 unit. So we got the value of H. Now we will be able to write this value. So let us do that. X cos alpha. Cos alpha is the ratio of B over H and B is 12. So in place of cos alpha, we will write the ratio 12 over H. H is calculated 13 units. Plus y sin alpha, and sin alpha is P over H. P is 5. So 5 over 13 is equal to P. Is equal to P, and that P is given equal to 3. So we will write this value 3. So next step, now when you simplify, this comes as equal to, LCM of this will come 13 because both the derivatives are 13. So the LCM also will be same. So numerator we will have 12x plus this is 5y is equal to 3. And finally your equation is 12x plus 5y is equal to 13 3 is a 39. So this becomes the equation of your this line, which is at a perpendicular distance of 3 units, and then it is making an angle of alpha with the x-axis. Is this very clear? So this is that's all for today, right? Please keep practicing consistently. Thank you so much.